All right, guys, we're gonna head to the store. We're gonna head to the store quickly, down to the village market, Byron's, the family-friendly market with anything you might need on short notice, or something like that. Anyway, it's a chilly day out. Today, I worked myself too hard today, I think. You know, this was like, I felt like I was working for somebody else or something today. You know, I just went right to the wall until now there's no more time to really play. Oh well. Yeah, I'm trying to get ready for this residency here. Spent a lot of the day working on that, and then just doing some business work, paperwork, tax work, odds and ends, obviously. Also just maintaining a decent temperature in Harvey the RV here, because temperatures are cold, you know. It was -7 this morning. We're out of here. We're gonna go down to the store. I'm not gonna sit here and talk. We're gonna go, we're gonna move, and then we're gonna get back here. Yeah, we haven't had this much ice on the river in a while, just because we never get it cold enough around here. The canal will hardly freeze up down here, the old canal. Well, I can tell you straight up what's good about this little handheld tripod is I can bend it in any direction I want it, which is good, right? All right, what am I doing here? Yeah, so that's a definite plus, because I'm always trying to find a place to set my camera in here, and it never works out like that. So I'm happy about that. We're in the thick of winter, folks. Thick of winter. Yes, indeed. And since by the time I get home, the sun will be way past any point of having fun, we might as well go out here a little bit more, where it's a little bit more light, possibly. The metropolis of my little town. Gosh, I like it just like this. This is absolutely perfect. Keep it small. Keep it small. I'm not a young guy anymore, you know. I'm not out looking for a whole lot of action. In fact, the quieter it is, the better. You know, I think I still get excited about a little... No, that's not where I want to turn. I want to turn down to this next one here. We're going to turn right here on the old Schuylerville Road. Just slows things down a little bit here. Meanders down by the riverside here. There's a nice big van. Looked like some people that would be cool. I don't like people to see me filming away, though. So, yeah, over in here, just some wild land here down by the river. This used to be a bar. I can't remember what the name of it was. Then turned into a restaurant, and then I think it just is nothing anymore because COVID killed it. But it was very popular. Very popular to all the small towns in this area. It was like this major hick hangout. Excuse me. This is a cool little house here, and got that nice little RV. I like that RV. Just a country setting here, folks. Just a country setting. Yeah, so I spent the majority of today working on my residency coming up. And I feel like I don't really want to put any more hours in right now. That's cool. Isn't it? That's total country setting. And the woman who used to live in that house, well, it was her mom's house, but she kind of took it over, I think maybe after her mom died. Well, after she left that house, she moved into an RV with her husband, and they've been on the road ever since. And that was years ago. She's my age, or a couple of years younger. These cows are always chowing. Doesn't matter what else is going on. They got their heads stuck in that trough. So I'm feeling optimistic, really optimistic about everything. At least the near future, because the days are getting longer, man. I'm already feeling like, you know, we're not completely over the hump yet, but we're heading there. You know, you're seeing that. Look at the hawk up in the tree right there. You're seeing the light at the end of the tunnel, I think, now. I mean, there's still a bit of tunnel left here, but you can see the light now. And walking through this tunnel for the next 3 weeks is going to be a lot of fun for me, because I'm going to be doing something I totally love. And then right after that, it's still more of it, you know. It's really pretty. This is that little stretch of road that I sometimes want to be able to slow down at and just kind of really take my time walking through it. And I said, or driving through it, and I said, at one time I was stuck behind a bus and I could do that a little bit. I wanted to do it right now, but of course I got a car right behind me and they're literally sniffing my muffler right now. This is not the day to do that, I guess. Look at that mighty winter sun, that mighty fine winter sun. With these winter colors, you know, that hazy yellow that you see there. It's just a cold color. Well, you know, winter's not that bad. There, I said it. Winter is alright. You just have to dress for it. You have to. For me, it's not the kind of thing I'm excited about. It just, once it gets here, though, I settle into it. I warm up to it. I become one with it. You can't fight it. I mean, what are you going to do? You're either going to work with winter or you're going to be very miserable. And I prefer to work with it. And I actually find that when I'm out, dressed properly, which I always am, because I don't like to be cold, I'm just fine. I love the cold, crisp air. It feels really good. And I like the quiet of the winter, solitude. I look forward to more jaunts up into the forest there behind the house. I feel like I haven't had a lot of time or a chance to do it yet. And that's something I definitely want to be doing, you know, for the next 3-4 months, you know, definitely. That's where I want to be. February, March, April, May, some of May, then it starts getting a little crazy because things start growing and the bugs come out. And once those ticks are back blooming, once the ticks are back alive, it's just not worth it not to be out there in any kind of crazy fashion, because Lyme disease is it's just not something I want to have or experience. You know, it's not anything I want to do. Maybe we'll just take a ride down here and see what it's like. What do you think, guys? Should we take a little ride around the river? Maybe we will, just because. Alright, here we go. Heading down my favorite little road, or one of them. And it looks like our river neighbors have taken down their holiday decorations, because Halloween, Thanksgiving, and Christmas are all over with now. That's a just a nice scene right there to me. Absolutely beautiful. I don't know if anybody disagree with that, but the lighting is just right, you know? Just slowly making my way down this road. I never have my foot on the gas pedal, and I rarely put my foot on the brake. Maybe every now and then, just to slow it down a little bit if it starts to idle a little bit more than I want it to. But just moving around at probably the speed of, I would imagine this is what horses would trot along at. You know, this would probably be a decent trot, wouldn't it, for a horse? It's not completely slow. It's certainly not fast, but I would say this is probably how they like to move along. Yeah, those Amish people, they live around here, and that just is a trip to me, how they do what they do. They do not use cars. They are horse and buggy all the way. To me, this is just absolutely beautiful. Every now and then, this road gets a little bit busier. Well, you'll have a few cars out here, you know. Looks cold out there. It's because it is. Feel that cold creeping right in. There's nothing here out there except the crunch of the snow and the ice. I love the color right now. I really, really like this yellow coming from the sun. Very wintry, but very, very good, you know? Sometimes winter to me has that summer feel to it. You know, you're just like, woo! Well, you know, I'm not a I guess I'm not a youngin' anymore, so the way I see a party and things is different than maybe someone 30 years younger than me would. I can't believe it, man. I just can't believe how I'm grateful for every day I have, and I wake up and I'm alive still, and it's like, you know, wow, I've lived another year, and but with every year that you live, you're that much older, and it shows, you know, and in all ways. You feel it, you see it, you know it. It's a thing, man. It's a interesting thing. This whole human experience here on planet Earth is just really a trip. It really makes no sense, except that I guess I'm here right now, and this is all happening, and I don't know if there's any reason to it or not. I don't know how random things are. Being human, I want to put some logic to this, or put some kind of reasoning to it, and that there is a purpose for my life, and that, you know, I'm all part of this thing that's happening. Well, there's some good firewood right in there. I should come back here and grab some of that. What they do is they cut these branches, you know, maybe in the fall. I don't know, maybe they do it in the spring. I'm not sure when they do it. They don't do it every year, but they do it every now and then. They'll come along and prune these trees along the sides of the roads. And then there's all kinds of firewood. And over the years, as the years go by, I say, I'm going to grab that wood. Just like I am right now. And then I just drive by it. And it gets older like I do and becomes left of something that somebody would want to use. And wouldn't it be just fitting that we come upon this sign right now? Slow down. Old, slow grandparents live here. Besides, you get dust in our beer. Caution. I think you're supposed to read this red part first. Slow down, caution. Then the yellow part. Old, slow grandparents live here. Well, anyway, you get the gist of it, right? It's an awesome little sign. So this first house up here on the left, Steve, if you're listening, brother, we took a walk one day and I was talking about how there was a house for sale that went immediately for cash on the market, and this is it, this green one with the God Bless America on the side. And we were thinking, what a cool little place that would be, you know. I mean, talk about riverside front property here and nobody to bother you, you know, except very cool neighbors who keep to themselves here. It's a very small little river community here. I guess this house was bought and it's going to just be a bed and breakfast. Bed and breakfast, is that how you say it? Or what do you, are those, what do you call them? The other, not so much bed and breakfast, but what do you call it? I don't know, whatever that other online housing thing is. I'm at a loss for words these days. So Westy 1. Oh, I like that. Westy's like a VW thing. These guys have such a sweet little community here. I just love it. I imagine he's out there watching the football games. Look at this. Is this perfect or what? I'll tell you what, my butt would be sitting right out here every night. I'd have a fire going out here. I would never need to go anywhere if I lived right there. Talk about a sweet home base. I'd like to find a way to make that happen. I'm grateful for where I am, but from where I live right now, but, you know, geez, you know. You have to remember that there are other places. Look at that mushroom. That's cool. There are many places to live. That's why the idea of having your home be mobile blows my mind, you know. I don't want to be stuck anywhere for too long because it's too easy to get very much attached to anything. I prefer to be attached to something that's moving. And therefore, that's a little bit less attachment, maybe? I don't know. I do know that it is beautiful. A beautiful winter afternoon. And I'm really glad that I decided to wander down this road because the lighting is just perfect. I know this river really, really well. I have floated along every inch of these shores for many, many years. And I've driven along the shores when you couldn't float along them for many, many years. I've seen everything that's happened to this river in the last 12, 13 years, and that's a lot to have seen because when we first moved here, it was pre-dredging, and then I don't know, several years after having lived here. It was like the Martians invaded, man. You came around the corner here in the spring, and all of a sudden this entire river was lined with huge freight ships, cargo ships, whatever you call them. These big dredging ships, and it was insane. I've got video of that. I gotta go back and find that. I've got old video of all of this stuff. I think the thing is with these old hard drives, it's a bit of a process to convert your old footage, say from 10 years ago. It's not just simply just plug the hard drive in. There's usually a bit of a conversion involved. But anyway, that's no excuse. I need to go back and find all of that, I'm sure. Or I'm not sure, but I really hope that I was filming back then. I used to film a lot, film tons and tons of stuff for years with the idea that I'm going to have a YouTube channel and I'm just working on it, blah, blah, blah. And it never came to fruition until fruition. I was going to say fruition. Just learned that word recently. It's fruition, I believe. Anyways, I would say fruition. Never came to fruition until I know that's not the correct way to say it as well, folks, too. But it never came that way. It never came to be until COVID came, and we had that wonderful pause that allowed me the opportunity to pursue exactly what it was I wanted to do with what was left with my life, which was this, man. Freaking get out and film, talk about it, and get good with it. Try to be someone who documents the human existence here on planet Earth, and that's what I'm trying to do. I'm just another human that's trying to, maybe save some of this stuff for my family down the road. Who knows? Or inspire a few people, or just let them see what this guy was thinking and seeing and feeling, and yeah. Okay, you see this dog tag right here? This is from my dog, 1974, Polly. She's with me all the time, man. Love that dog. I miss her so much. I never was able to get another dog after I lost my first dog, just because it was just too much for me. Maybe someday again, but I don't know. I am just loving this sun. I'm going to stop. Well, guys, I've really enjoyed this little river ride here. It's kind of coming to an end here. We're getting towards the other end here. Well, we have a little bit of a way to go, but I don't think I'm going to be on camera much more here. I just wanted to share my thoughts and let you guys enjoy the sunshine with me in this beautiful winter's afternoon in late January. Really feeling good about everything. Ooh. Hello, Harvey. How are you, brother? I wish that you were out there with Henry and I. What was a lot of fun.